Good morning, kids, and welcome back to a new video. This is teacher Farah Zuraiki from Oxford Schools, and I hope you're doing super well. Alright, kids, today's video we'll be talking about grammar lesson, adjectives, and this is part 1. Alright, so let's get straight into it. So, when you read the word adjectives, what does it occur to your mind? So, we've previously talked about nouns and verbs. Adjectives are words to describe nouns. So if you come across any name of anything that are nouns, you'll be able to describe them with adjectives. So what can we describe with adjectives? We can describe an animal, person, thing, or thought. So if you want to describe an animal, you say swift cheetah. If you want to, for example, describe a person, beautiful marah, for example. If you want to describe a thing, round, shaped, or is it straight or whatever. Or if you want to describe a thought, you say such a brilliant idea or such a clever idea. So how do we use adjectives to describe things? We talk about how things look like, how things smell, how things taste, how things feel, how things sound. So adjectives also include words that describe what something looks like and what it feels like to touch, taste, or smell. Also, adjectives can be colors or words that describe temperatures and sizes. Adjectives can be the number of things like one, two, three, many, few, and much. We'll be talking about that in details right now. So how things look. If you want to describe an animal, a person, or thing, you start with the size. How can we describe the size of something or someone? You can indicate that the size is either small or big. We have plenty of words to talk about the big size. For example, we have words like big, huge, enormous, gigantic, massive. And if you want to talk about things that are small in size, you use words like small, tiny, little, and short or mini. So these words tell you about the size of something. For example, over here, the elephant is a gigantic mammal. So the elephant is a gigantic mammal. Gigantic over here indicated that this elephant is massive in size. It's very, very big. The newborn kitten looks so tiny. Tiny as in very small in size. So you were able to recognize the size of these animals according to these adjectives we use to describe the animal. So how did we describe the elephant? Gigantic. How did we describe the kitten? Tiny. So words to describe size are adjectives. How about words like colors? They are also adjectives. So for example, black, white, yellow, blue, red, green, pink, bright, dark, light, pale. These are all words that indicate color, and they are adjectives because they tell you the color of something. Alright, your face looks pale. Are you okay? Your face looks pale. Are you okay? So by using the word pale, it means that this person has no color in his or her face, and it is a bit yellowish, and it has no life in it. So, using the word pale, you knew that this person was sick, or shocked, or not feeling well. So, a word like pale is a color, and it's also an adjective. I bought a blue shirt today. How did we describe the word shirt? The noun shirt with the word blue, the adjective blue. So colors are adjectives because they describe things for you. Adjectives also describe shape. Round, skinny, thin, fat, curly, flat, straight, twisted, curvy. Sarah ordered curly fries with her meal. So, her fries came in which shape? Curly. They were curly fries, not regular ones. So, how do we know the shape of these fries? Curly. People think planet Earth is flat, while in fact it is round. So, what is the first description word for planet Earth? Flat. But in reality, it is round. So, curly, flat, round, these all indicate shape. Okay. Adjectives that tell you about how many. Also, the number of things is also an adjective. So, John brought two puppies from the animal shelter. John brought two puppies from the animal shelter. Okay, what do we know about the puppies? That they are two. Okay, I like reading. I have read so many books last year. How many books did I read? What do we know about the books? That there are so many. So, I like reading. I have read so many books. How many books? So many. So, numbers are adjectives, kids. Alright, now let's move to how things taste and smell. Adjectives to describe taste. So, we have different flavors for food. We have bitter, salty, sweet, sour, spicy, tasty, and delicious. These all describe how things taste. So, for example, dark chocolate has no sugar in it at all. It's not sweet. How would we describe it? Dark chocolate is a bit bitter for my personal taste. How did we describe the dark chocolate? With the word bitter. It's not sweet. Mom made a sweet dessert to eat after dinner. How did we describe the dessert? Sweet, with sweet flavor. I like sour candy that tastes like lime. So which type of candy do I like? Sour. How does it taste? Sour. Joe makes the best spicy Indian food. How did I describe the Indian food? With the word spicy. How do I know how does it taste? Spicy. So words like bitter, sweet, sour, and spicy tell you how things taste. Alright. What if I want to know how things smell? To describe a great smell or a fresh, clean smell, you use words like fresh, fragrant, delicate. These tell you that you are smelling a positive smell. It's good. It smells nice. But if you want to talk about something that is bad or doesn't smell well, you say this is smelly, fishy, funky, musty, stinky, and nasty. You use these words to describe something that does not smell well, like smelly, nasty, stinky, musty, funky, and fishy. Okay, these all tell you that something smells bad. Okay, now let's see. I love fragrant flowers like roses. So, what do I love? Flowers that give me a nice fragrance, like roses. And what do we call these flowers? Fragrant flowers, because they give off great fragrance. And the adjective of fragrance? Fragrant, that they give you a nice smell. The food smells funky. I think it is bad. So how would you know if this food is edible or not? If it smells good or funky. If it smells funky, for sure it's going to garbage, not into your tummy. So the perfume has a subtle, delicate smell. It is similar to the smell of jasmines. Delicate. Such a pretty word to describe the smell of perfumes. Perfumes that have a nice, soft, subtle smell. We describe them with the word delicate. Delicate. So the perfume has a subtle, delicate smell. It is similar to the smell of the jasmine. The old clothes smell musty. So we know that old things do not smell fresh. They have musty smell. All things that are old, we describe them with the word musty. Musty, that something smells bad from the dirt and the dust. Alright, so how would we describe the smell? Either with words like fresh, fragrant, and delicate, smelly, fishy, funky, musty, stinky, and nasty. Alright, what if we want to describe how things feel? So, if you want to know how things feel, you'll use your sense of touch. Because the sense of touch will tell you how things feel. Are they soft, rough, smooth, bumpy, sticky, soft, fluffy, pointy? So, adjectives also describe the feeling to the touch. So, bumpy, slippery, smooth, silky, burning, rough, soft, sticky, chilly, fluffy, pointy, hot and cold. They all show you how things feel to the touch. So, for example, do you think the crocodile has smooth skin or bumpy and rough? So, the crocodile has bumpy and rough skin. How did we describe the skin of the crocodile? Bumpy and rough. He is sick. I have felt his burning forehead. How could I tell that he was sick? I felt his burning forehead. Was it burning in fire? Or was it burning to indicate that he had high temperature? Yes, so he was sick. He had fever. So his forehead was burning. I liked a Chinese dish that has sweet sticky chicken cubes. So Chinese and Japanese and Thai food is known for being sweet and sticky chicken cubes because they add a lot of honey, and honey is sticky. So, I liked a Chinese dish that has sweet sticky chicken cubes. I love my new blanket. It is so soft. How did I describe the blanket? Soft. How did I describe the texture of the Chinese dish? Sticky. How did I describe how his forehead felt? Burning. How did I describe the skin of the crocodile? Bumpy and rough. So now we will also learn how to describe the sound of something. There are a lot of things that sound loud, noisy, quiet, silent, squeaky, splashing, whistling, howling, deafening, sharp, roaring, and piercing. So we have regular sounds that are quiet and silent, and you have a bit noisy sounds when you say loud, sharp, and we have extremely noisy, annoying sounds like deafening and piercing. So if you hear a very, very sharp sound that you can't stand for 1 second, you say the sound was piercing or deafening. So the neighbors are playing loud and noisy music late at night. So the music was terribly noisy. The chair is broken. It makes a squeaky noise. What kind of sound does the chair make? Squeaky. A roaring fire has huge flames and sends out great heat. We all know that fire has sound. Even water, even air, even wind. Everything has sound. And the sound of fire is roaring because it is burning. It's burning a lot. So, the burning, flickery fire, the sound of it is roaring. A roaring fire, how did we describe the fire? Roaring. A roaring fire has huge flames and sends out great heat. I fainted when I heard the deafening sound that echoed in the cave. So caves are empty places where you'll find echo there. And that sound is very deafening. Deafening as in Very, very annoying to the point where you cannot hear anymore. So, which words to describe sounds? Loud, noisy, squeaky, roaring, deafening. So, a quick review. So, how does it taste? You could either say spicy or hot. If you want to say that something is sweet, you could use either sweet or sugary. If you want to say that the lemons are sour or tart, tart means also sour. Savory also means salty. Sugary means sweet. Spicy means hot. Bland, as in something that is tasteless. Rich, something is full of flavors. Flavorful. Alright, so you could use these words to describe food. But if you want to describe a feel, you say a lumpy pumpy crocodile with sharp pointy teeth. A lumpy pumpy crocodile, this is the feeling of the crocodile's skin. With sharp pointy teeth. His teeth might cut your flesh. A scratchy giant's foot that smells of stinky cheese. His scratchy giant's foot. The giant's foot is super scratchy because it's super dirty. That smells of stinky cheese because it smells really, really bad. A giant slippery slithering snail that leaves a slimy trail. A giant slippery slithering snail that leaves a slimy trail. How did we describe the snail? With a giant, with words like giant that indicate size, slippery that indicates the feeling, slithering is also the feeling. Okay, and slimy trail. How did the snail leave a trail? That is slimy. Very, very slimy and gooey and ooey. Alright. A squishy rotten egg on a slice of moldy bread. A squishy rotten egg on a slice of moldy bread. How did we describe the egg? Squishy and rotten. And how did we describe the bread? Moldy. Moldy as in very old and bad. Alright. This is it for today's video, kids. I hope you have enjoyed it and learned something new. Thank you for watching.